I'm making this video for a Chrysler Crossfire. If you're trying to get your headlight out, your assembly, you want to know how. My reason for taking it out was that the lenses were faded, cracked looking. I wanted to get some clear coat on them. I didn't want them on the car to get overspray on it. So, how do they come out? Let's look at exactly what holds it in first, and then we'll go on how to get it out. From the back side of the headlight, two 8mm bolts. 10, sorry. And the other two attachments are under here. They are this right here, and there's a bolt that goes up the center. As you turn these adjust the headlight housing up or down. Make note of how many threads are showing on each one. There's one on each side. I do not have the one. Oh yeah, here it is. This side is what it looks like. The nut will turn. It will move the housing. The bolt in the bottom will lock it in place so it doesn't turn anymore. So do note how many threads on each side when you take them out. These are accessible from underneath the car with the bumper removed. Here's what they look like out of the car. Said these will ride on the radiator support brackets, moving the housing up and down. The bolts up the center, thread into a nut. That will lock that in place. Your connections, the main harness, fairly easy. I did have to use a pair of pliers to squeeze it tight enough to get it off. And a park light bulb that's within the housing. Did have to turn that with a pair of pliers. It's been in there, it's original, so it's never been out. Your side marker bulb. Your bumper cover, the back side. Inside of each fender well is a bracket, 10mm bolt and a nut. After you release both those and get those off, when you take off the lower splash shield, the engine cover, there is one 10mm nut on either side through the frame ends. It's definitely holding your bumper on. So even if you get your brackets loose on both sides, take out your side marker light bulb. Fog light, if you can't get to it, you can disconnect it while the bumper is hanging away from the car, but not too far. To get to the bolts inside the fender, we'll step back here to the car. You can do it with the tires on. You can turn the wheel one way or another, but you have a number 25 Torx screw in a couple of holes up in here. And you also have a 10mm bolt back in there. You can use the access panel, but it's too far down there. Also, you have a 10mm Torx 25, size 25 there in the corner of the splash shield. As you see, mine's broken. So once you do your bumper bolts, you also have to take the clips out of the top of your grill that go across here. 2, 3, 4. You lift your grill panel up, you pull your bumper down and away, and it will fall off the car. So make sure you're ready. 2 people are the advised method, one on each side of the bumper cover. So that's how you do your headlights and get them out. You cannot get them out with the bumper cover still on, because there's a big rubber gasket that goes around this I haven't put on yet. And they won't come out of the front of the bumper they won't come out that hole. Hope that helps. And the only other connector you have to remove is the connector off the back of the thermometer. This is where your inside gauge gets its reading from. So if your front bumper's in the direct sunlight when you hop in the car, that's why your reading is so high. All right. Later.